In this video we're going to be talking about using a function table to create a function graph or a linear line. All the functions we're going to be looking at are linear functions, and so they create lines. So match the correct table with the given graph. So we have two tables here with x and y values, and we know that this is the x-axis and then this is our y-axis. And so we need both of these values in order to plot a point. So I can tell that my first point is at 0, 0. And both of these have the point 0, 0. So they both kind of check out. The next point that I see on my graph is at the point 1, 2. So the x value is a 1 over to the right, and the y value is up 2. So I'm looking for the next coordinate at 1, 2. That's at 1, 1, which is actually below that point. And so this one does not have it, but the next one does. So if I was to go through the rest of these, I would find that these points are not at all similar, or what they need to be, with the line that's up above. So that makes B the correct answer. So this graph is best represented by this table. So it's a different way of showing this function table as a graph, and then there's also another way of showing it as an equation. Right? And so hopefully that was a little bit helpful to you in this video. I believe this would be a function equation, y equals 2x, or f of x equals 2x. So they're in all three parts, as the equation up here, as the graph which we were given, and as the table, well, one of which we were given. The next problem we're going to be looking at is it's asking to match the graph with the given table. So we have to look for these points on one of these two graphs. So I'm going to look at the point 0, 2. So again, I have my x and y axis. And we can see that both graphs have a point at 0, 2. One has a positive slope, B has a positive slope, and A has a negative slope. So the next point is 1, negative 1. So I go to the next point and I look for 1, negative 1. It's found in A, and it's not found in B. So we can assume that B is not correct and A is the correct answer. So if I was to go through here and look at the y values and along with the x values, they would match up with graph A. Again, we're given a table and we're asked to match it to its graph. Lastly, it's asking which graph represents a linear function. So a linear function is one that has a constant change of y with a constant change of x. Now they don't need to be the same, so I'm going to spell that. Constant meaning the same. It's constant. Constant change in y over a constant change in x. Now we define this as slope later on. And so when you look at this graph, as y increases, x gradually increases as well. Here, that's not always true. The closer I get to y, it looks like the smaller my x value is getting. Well, if I go to the other side of the line here, you'll see that where I'm at right now, as I get further down the x, the smaller the y value is. Well, those are opposite, so that is not a linear function. This, as y stays the same, so does my x value. It stays exactly the same. Or I guess it increases, right? But it's constant increase. And then 4 will be similar to number 2, except at varying rates will x and y change in their constants, and they won't necessarily have a constant change. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand how graphs relate to function tables.